Hey y'all, it's CherokeeStarfish. I'm glad you're here. Welcome back to Arcanum of Steamworks and Magic Obscura, our ongoing current patron request, which is just about to wrap up. It might even be tonight. Could be the conclusion, depending on how things go. We made a lot of progress last time. We uncovered the secrets of the Panari Temple and discovered that it was not, in fact, Nazardin who is buried below, but Saint Manox, who has more secrets to tell, perhaps. So, we're going to start with that. We need to get out of Caledon. So we're going to head this way, down through the city gates. And we have a couple of stops to make. A couple of places our adventures have left to take us. There are certain main story beats that I want to be sure that we hit tonight, but I'm also going to focus at least some on tying up any outstanding side quests we may have that have not already been concluded. Of which there are only a handful. We've actually done most of the quests in the game that are available to us. Because of course, we're not magical, we're not evil, we're not an elf, or a dwarf or anything like that, so... Okay, we're going to head up here. And then we need to go here, here, here. Boom. Gotta get back on this side of the mountains. We will no longer be bothered by the Malokian hand, at least. Might be some other baddies that try to stop us, but... Ah, yes. Like these wolves. Get 'em, lads. And also Raven. There goes one of our nurses. Nice. Look at that teamwork. We'll probably level up at least one more time before the end of the game. I could force it. I could grind and level up some more, because of course when I have a build in my head, there are certain things, certain ways I want to spend my points. So we're going to end the game just because there's not enough content left without level grinding, without having maxed out certain skills or gotten certain levels of training that I really would love to have had in order to round out this character. But it's okay. It's totally fine, because what's gonna matter is that we're going to win. We are currently, let's find out, I think 55? Yes, we are level 55. Yes, the level cap is 50. But the mod that we are using allows us to go over 50. 398. He's at almost 400. Look at that. No wonder he buys everything that we sell him. Okay. So take that, that. Uh-huh. Don't need any of these anymore, so... Rough cut emerald. Get rid of that. Very soon. Very soon. I love he'll buy all these other rings, but not this one. For some reason. Do you have anything that we want? It's the Axe of Dark Lightning, but that's not useful to Magnus. So, that's fine. Doesn't need to be. Okay, and we know Restetsi will buy the rest of this stuff that we do not need. Okay. Cool, I think that that's it.
How can I help you?
Double check here. Okay, he doesn't have anything. He's got one of each thing that we do need, in fact. She's good. Oh, right. Forgot about that. I forgot about that too. Why do you have that? Buy this. Thank you. Here we go. We're going for a leisurely walk with a full suit of enchanted plate mail over either shoulder. Just gonna head up here to the wise woman. See what this armor is, and also that bow. Yeah, it's cardio time. It's power walking. She used her expertise in medical sciences and machinery technology to invent the steampunk Fitbit. You see? That's how she's made most of her money. She's going to be very rich. Okay. So we have this charmed plate mail, which is really quite nice, actually. But it's not really better than anything that we have. Hellfire Medallion, right. Blade of Unholy Fire. Now this is something I was interested in.
How may I help you?
Been hanging on to this to see if it's better. Okay, so we got 1 to 10, 2 to 5, 15, and 25. This is 1 to 10, 2 to 5, 20, and 8. Okay, so this one is more powerful and can shoot from further away. But it is slower, which means overall this one is probably better. Because she can just get more arrows out into the air. And it's the age-old question of, like, which would you rather have? Would you rather use the, the great axe that deals 1d12, but only gets 1 attack per round? Or would you rather dual-wield knives that are, like, 1d4, but you get 6 attacks per round? And, of course, the answer is generally going to be the knives. Or, in this case, the faster bow. Because the damage, like the +5 range is great, but the increase to damage is not enough, I don't think, to justify it. Now, of course, the stats will be a little bit different. There we go. When Raven is using it. So let's see what she thinks. Okay, she thinks it's better, even though she doesn't have 11 strength. Okay, speed jumped up to 13 when she uses it. So it is fast. Still not faster than Element's bow, but it is pretty fast. But that minimum strength 11, I think, is really what does it. Because I don't know what her strength is.
Then I will do my best to answer.
It's 9. Okay, so that's not happening then. Will you buy this? Okay. Better than nothing. Alright. Been waiting to get rid of that armor since last time. So now we have done that. we only have one more stop to make in terms of like messing with our equipment and stuff. Gonna take a quick trip out to Toronto. We're gonna pick up one thing. Go. Gonna go visit our stash. Okay, that is over by the docks. So let's head over that way. Okay, now we don't need this anymore. We don't need that anymore. And let's see here. Pagan gods, Durin's truth. Oh, right, we need to do the gods quest still. Rotbringer's journal. That's that. Okay, so it's one of these. Okay, that's Joachim's book. So we don't want that. It's got to be... might be that one. Yes, this is it. Okay. That might seem weird. Okay, back to the boil. No return service. Okay, so now before we do too much else, before we get back on the main story, let's see what quests we have not completed. This one does not matter. Not doing that. Can't do that. The Lost Burial Ground of the Iron Clan and retrieve the Durin Stone. We will be doing that this time. Okay, we're not doing that. We will be doing that. I don't know if it'll happen in this stream. Hopefully it will. Of course, that's main story. Okay, so we've only got a couple of quests, and they're all going to happen fairly organically. So, no problems there. Excellent. Wonderful. So now, the next question is, we need to decide exactly what we are going to do. So, Trance, you're in chat, right? This is your patron request, so I'm going to let you pick. I've waited to the end to do this because it can be a whole adventure just going around and visiting all of the different altars of the ancient gods and stuff like that, right? So, you know. We should have everything or close to everything that we need in order to do that. We have found all of the altars, I'm pretty sure. So, there are 3 ways that you can do this, right? and that is you can have like Halcyon, Morindal, and Kaitan. Okay, you can have Halcyon, Morindal, and the 4 minor gods, or you can have Valorian, which is the All-Father. So there are several different buffs. It depends on what you want. For example, if you get all of the minor gods, it can be a big boost to willpower, perception, strength, dexterity. You get a bonus to crit chance. And you can get a bonus to a bunch of different skills, such as heal and spot trap, and that includes some stuff that we actually use. If we do the 3 like elder gods, bonuses to willpower, perception, beauty, charisma, that crit chance bonus, which is nice. But of course, remember, we're a non-combat build. Less useful for us. And we get some bonuses to things like heal, spot trap, haggle, persuasion, bow. If we go for Valorians, that is the most straightforward. It is the simplest and easiest. If we do that, we get 4 dexterity. Flat out. That's the only stat bonus we get. But we also get a huge buff to things like hit points and our fatigue. We get a big bonus to our defense. And we get a big bonus to certain skills. So it kind of depends on what you want to do. So what do you think? How do you feel about it? Because it adds up basically like one of them is going to be you can do 14 of the 16 offerings. So, like 5 for the first circle, 5 for the second circle, and then you finish 4 offerings without the third circle. If you do all 3, that's 15 of the 16 offerings. Or you can do the All-Father Blessing of Valorian. So, because if you take his, you lose all of the other buffs. I kind of wanted to wait till the end because 1, I wanted to have all of the altars on the map. And 2, see where our build would take us. So that we could decide what would be best. Of course, it's probably better overall to get them earlier in the game. But looking to see if we've done anything else. There's a couple of places still not on the map, but I think at this point everything is on the map that we can get in this run. So, oh yes, yeah, you can do the God's Quest no matter what your aptitude or alignment is. Because all it has to do is basically, it has to do with whether or not you bring them the correct offerings. So, yeah, right. Well, I think they're just looking for worshippers. So. Well, while we think about it, let's head back this way. Come on, there we go. And we need to go to Roseboro anyway. Go over there and advance the main plot a little bit, just to stay on track. And then see how we wind up. First, that means going back to Roseboro. Get him. Kudos to these wolves that even this late in the game, with all of our buffs and, you know, end game equipment and stuff like that, it's still like they manage to hit us sometimes. And I think that's great for them. That one just, I was waiting for it to attack, but... Okay, well if it's not going to, then we're going to leave it. They're not worth enough XP to worry about. But also, hey, I say all the time, like, you know, you attacked us, so if that one's going to be friendly, then... That's great, actually. Okay, apropos, we are here in the evening. Okay, now recall, we have been told about the Ring of Brodgar, right? Where the wards are failing and everything. This is where Nazardin banished Aranax to the Void. And that is also the symbol that we found inside the fake Nazardin's tomb, which turned out to be Manox's tomb. It's another one of those. Saw that earlier out here. Ta-da! So, this is where our clues lead us. Up the coast from the Ring of Brodgar. This stone vault looks ancient. An inscription on its face reads, "You must know the word that opens all doors." Do y'all remember the word from last time? Truth. Truth shall open the way. Manox's stone vault, you say? Oh my god.
What is it that you want of me?
Virgil went over here and picked everything up. That's very funny, actually. And look at this. There's a fire here. Fire pit. Looks like food and stuff. Like someone has been staying here, even perhaps. There's the sword. Let's see what his journal says. 5th of Harvest, 1108. Kryn Erdin himself appointed me first acolyte today. I feel fortunate to have finally met him as his days seem near over. I was overwhelmed with prideful emotion at the thought that I was now to carry on the most important task of maintaining the wards. 1st of Darkfall. I presided over my first Panari Council today. All went well. We established without a doubt the divinity of Nazardin. The usual debate ensued, but this time we were able to convince those on the council who still held doubts that Nazardin was indeed sent by the gods to lead us in this world. The 15th, he says, my mind is troubled. An elf by the name of Kanhua descended from the mountains today, and has begun ingratiating himself into the council. He claims to be the son of an original elven council member, but I am not certain I believe him. The others have taken a liking to him, though, and seem to have no doubts as to the veracity of his tale. I do not know why he makes me uncomfortable, but I feel great distress when I am in his presence. 10th of New Sun, 1109. Kanhua has brought several of his elven folk into the fold. Worse, he is beginning to spread heresy about the truths of the church. He has insinuated that the wards are merely an outward representation of an inward discipline that we all must cultivate, or some such nonsense. He trivializes the life of the great Nazardin by offhandedly suggesting that he never existed, that the whole tale of Nazardin and the banishment is allegorical. He has not been stating these preposterous theories outright, but I have engaged him in several philosophical debates on matters of doctrine, and have all but cornered him into admitting his beliefs. His animosity towards me is growing, but he is not my concern. It is the rest of the leadership. They welcome him. He offers an easier, less disciplined view of the Panari life. The 35th, amidst my great turmoil, I have been delivered a sign. I was visited today by the physical manifestation of Nazardin. I am certain of this. As I was tending the wards, as I do these days with no help from my brothers, he appeared to me. He asked me all manner of questions, and appeared pleased when I explained how I was maintaining the wards. We talked for what seemed hours, and he even tested my faith by hinting that he knew Nazardin, and that he was not divine. It was only after he departed I realized I had actually been speaking with Nazardin himself. I do not know from where this certainty comes, but I am sure in my heart that it was him. The 37th, Kanhua means to kill me. Yesterday I confronted him with the news of my vision of Nazardin, and he exploded with rage, calling me a heretic. Him calling me a heretic. I would laugh if the situation were not so desperate. I almost attacked him on the spot, but I called upon my training to calm my rage and quickly excused myself from his office. I then returned to my room to contemplate what my course of action should be. Later that night, as I was out performing my walking meditation, I was set upon by his elven cohorts. After killing several of them, I fled. I do not know what I shall do now. I know my life will end should I set foot in the temple again, but it is not my life that matters. The truth of the Panari must live beyond me. I can only imagine the lies Kanhua has been spreading in my absence. 1st of Solstice. My exile is at an end. I have meditated on my situation, and I know what I must do. I will return to the temple and declare what I know for all to hear. I will leave my writings safely hidden here along with my ceremonial sword, as I feel my death is at hand. My soul I now commit to the hands of Nazardin. Mannix, the First Acolyte. Okay. So now we need to head back to Caledon. We've got to tell Alexander and company about this. Because, of course, we already found inconsistencies in the Arcanum. So this just confirms everything that we found. Head back, take them this sword and this book. That way they should know that it's real. Oh, hey, Trance. So we were asking, which god's blessings do you want Dr. Unni to have? We have all the stuff, so we can do any or all of them. Of course, you can do like 14, 15 of them, or you can do just Valorian, the Allfather. If you do his, you lose the blessings from all of the others, but arguably, his blessing could be, is kind of beefier. So, it's, what blessing or blessings do you think are most in character for Dr. Unni? Will she have the blessings of all the minor gods, of the elder gods, both, or of the Allfather himself? Think about it, and let me know as we go through this little exchange right here. Okay. In the name of Nazardin, I welcome you, my friend. How can I help you today?
I have something very important to tell you, Alexander.
What? What did you find?
I found Mannix's journal.
Ooh.
It seems we, the Panari, have an important responsibility. Many of your troubles, living one, were born because we allowed ourselves to be deceived for so many years. That will be no longer, and it seems that my family has been deceived and dishonored. I think I know to whom I must speak about this. He looks in the direction of the High Priest's chambers. I also found this. His family sword. Stunned, unbelieving. I never hoped to see this. It was lost so many years ago. It will be put to good use, I can assure you. I'm sure. Goodbye, and good luck. Oh, he takes your hand in both of his. Thank you, living one. Your help here has been invaluable. I wish you luck on your quest, and in the conflict to come. Okay. Now, let's see, here we go. We'll tell Gunter about this as well, since he's the historian. Kaitan or Valorian? That's true. Kaitan could be more in character, but we are fighting to save all of Arcanum, so I could see the argument for Valorian. So it's your call. Discovered the truth about Manox. Is that so, and what is it? Says nothing for a long while. Seems that we have been misled from the beginning. And now I see why we were first called the Defenders of the Gate. It seems we have a great responsibility. We shall begin to live up to it. What do you think I should do now, Gunter? Well, if you would, please go and tell Alexander what you found. I would think that he's going to want to have a very long talk with some of his superiors. I'm glad I'm not one of them. He smiles wickedly. Of course, we have already spoken to Alexander about this. So now, we will speak to Hadrian. Hadrian, I found the whole truth. What? Tell him the whole story. Oh, he's mad. The man truly was a saint and a warrior. And it seems that we Panari have been neglecting our true duties. That will no longer be the case. Thank you, my friend. You've done this church and the world a great service. Glad to be of service, Hadrian. As a token of my appreciation, feel free to take the objects in the display cases. I can't tell you what they'd be good for, but they're yours all the same. The cases will be open now. Thank you very much. And would you do me the favor? Speak with Alexander of these things if you haven't already done so. I'm an old man, and tired. There's little I can do to right this wrong. But Alexander is strong, the strongest of us all, and will know what to do. I envy not the man who Alexander finds responsible. And again, we already have, so. Yeah, if you do them in the correct order, you can do all 15 of the other gods but Valorian. If you do Valorian, he erases all of the other bonuses and stuff. So you can have up to 15 of the 16 at one time, and then if you get Valorians, you can only have Valorians because it's arguably the most powerful. They do, sort of, but if you do it in the certain order, you can get all of them but his. So here we go. Finger of Manox, and check this out. Bonus to critical hit chance, bonus to poison resistance, willpower +1, and melee +2. And it's not magical, technically, so that means that anyone can wear it, including us. Halcyon and Kaitan? Okay. We'll do it. There's the Eye of Krakatur. And this glass key. Go.
Thank you. You're
Do,
too
do, do, do,
kind.
do. Oh, wow. Listen, well, thank you for the gift subs. My goodness. You don't have to spoil us like that just because you stepped away. This is your patron request. That's the least we can do. But thank you very much. Penance. Well, congrats to everybody who benefits from your penitence, then. Your penitent nature. Oh. Why is this random lemon tree unlocked? Actually, that's okay. We need a food. So. Alright. This has been coming for a while. So. Alright, you have to go this way. There we go. We're gonna go visit the Iron Clan again, because this time we actually have the key. Is that it? Okay. We're good. Find enough of these spiders, we might level up. It's alright. We have some new team members. They need to learn how to fight together. Come on. Almost there. I'm glad that we don't even have to do anything. See, this is how the support build was supposed to work. Everybody else can just take care of it, and she doesn't even have to fight. Poor Sog. Just keeps soaking up all this damage. Well, that's why he's party tank, so... Look at that, man. He's hitting for 30-something each time. That's nasty. Magnus got him a piece. There we go. Why did that take so many of you? It's just one little, like, wyvern or whatever. Oh my goodness. Rats. All rats. And that's that. There we go. Almost there. Soon. Very soon. Here we go. All right. It's time. Okay, here, stop flickering like that. All right, ancient iron device. We have the glass key. We need to use it here. There we go. Check that out. Love it. Now let's see. This is willpower, poison resistance, critical hit percent, and melee. I think at this point, everybody we have with us probably has melee maxed out.
Can I help you?
Let's check real quick. Okay. Oh, his melee actually is not maxed out. He's only level 30. Okay, Virgil's is maxed out, of course. Hers is much lower. Logair's is maxed out. Sog's is maxed out. Dog is maxed out. Okay. Well then.
How may I help you?
I think because she does not have a necklace, we're actually going to give the Finger of Mannix to Raven. Because she doesn't need the melee bonus, but the willpower will help with her spell casting. And the crit percent chance is most useful for her because she gets so many attacks. Alright, here we go. Y'all ready? This has been a long time coming. Exactly, so you get it.
I can't believe it!
Magnus?
Tell me, my friend, do you recognize that symbol on the wall?
I don't think so, Magnus. What is it?
It's the symbol of my lost clan. The symbol on the gauntlets that my grandfather gave to me. He said it was our family symbol. The symbol of the Iron Clan.
I think you're right, Magnus.
Yes, Magnus. The symbol is the same. You are of the Iron Clan, Magnus Shalefist. I, Logair Thunderstone of the Wheel Clan, pledge my friendship to you and your people. May the Iron Clan again rise to its ancient glory.
I can't believe it. I mean, the Iron Clan. My grandfather would tell me stories of them, legends. I never thought they were real. I never dreamed that I would. I mean, that I am.
As did my own. You have much to consider, Magnus Shalefist. The Iron Clan and all of its history are now in your hands. The clan will need a chieftain, and I see no better dwarf than you to assume that position. Such a responsibility is not taken lightly. Remember that in the days to come.
Hold, Logair. Will you be the Iron Clan's king as well?
That will be up to Magnus, and is also a matter of grave importance. All dwarves who follow the Thunderstone do so of their own choice. I would welcome the Iron Clan to our kingdom, but the choice must be made by its chieftain.
Yes, of course. I have much to think on, much to consider. But regardless of the choice made, I pledge also the friendship of the Iron Clan to you, Logair Thunderstone. You are truly a dwarf among dwarves, and it has been my honor to fight at your side.
Oh, Magnus, what will you do now?
Huh? What do you mean?
You found your clan. Does this mean we part ways?
Part ways? What? Are you mad? My place is with you. As if you could get along without me. You're going to need a dwarf from the Iron Clan if you want to get through this affair in one piece. I stand with you, if you will have me.
Then, you will come with me?
Of course, you bloody fool. I'd have it no other way. We'll finish this thing together, whatever is to come.
Nice. So there you go. Magnus's secret is finally out. Ta-da! Check it out. He is a member of the Iron Clan. That's his long-lost clan. Ooh. Oh, and then when you go in the throne room, there's these. It's okay. Iron Clan Guardian. Courteous towards us. They're only level 30, it's fine. Let's see. Boop. Boop. Here they come. Get 'em. Get 'em. Yeah, that is very funny. Just the sheer number of attacks. Oh my gosh. But yeah, all that time together, having him along for this whole adventure, and then you can just randomly be like, actually, I never liked you, Magnus. In fact. So yeah, here we go. Look at this. A barrel. Yeah, Gatling bow, basically. Iron Clan Hammer. 15 to 35 damage, 1 to 8 fatigue, plus 5 to hit. FD 1 to 5. I'm actually not sure what that is. Fire damage, I think maybe. And then speed 10. Ooh, the Durin Stone. So we'll have to take that back to the Wheel Clan. And Iron Clan Armor. Check it out. AC 45, damage reduction 50, poison and fire resistance 30, little bit of a noise penalty. Well,
Can I help you?
I think it's only fair that you should have these. And look, he can even actually use them. Cool. Right? Very nice. Don't think that there's anything else now. Wonder why these fires are burning. It's like Dwemer ruins in Skyrim or whatever, you know, like their gas bill must be incredible. Okay. So we have done that. Since we are on this side, Trance, as you have chosen to get all of the other blessings, that means to do them correctly in order. Actually, let me do this. Okay, there we go. We're going to start with Terrell, the Elven God of Wisdom. And of course the altar is in Falcon's Ache. Yeah, very appropriate that he can use all of that stuff. And of course I think that that's deliberate, because Magnus is... Oh, there we go. Another level. But I think that... Magnus's like stats and stuff as his strength does increase over time, but it's like I think that his level plan is deliberately designed specifically so that when you get to the Iron Clan, like, he has the stats to use the hammer and to wear the armor because they are intended for him. So alright, where are we putting this point? 20 charisma is definitely tempting. However, we are going to get +1 charisma from the gods. So... done all that. I guess we should probably focus on these, right? Then we could finally put points in repair. Spot trap, heal. That's one of the ones I wanted to max out. But yeah, let's do repair. We've needed it for a long time. Okay. Is that it? You good? Alright. This will get a little bit complicated. Okay, here we are. And the altar, I believe, is in here? Yes, okay.
What is it that you want of me?
Okay, we're gonna need all of this stuff that he has been holding on to for us. There we go. He does not need those anymore. Yay. Okay, so first, is Terrell. This is the Litani statue that we've been hanging on to forever and ever and ever. You have received the blessing of Terrell. So, here we go. Blessings and curses. You have received his blessing. Now, it's hard to tell, but his blessing is +1 to perception and +4 points in bow. So. Alright, next. The Bedokan village. Since we know where all the altars are, this will go a lot faster than it might otherwise would. It's just because they are scattered all over the entire world that it takes a certain minimum amount of time to get to them when you can't teleport. Probably the biggest drawback of a tech build versus a magic build is that. Because you have loads of healing items, you have all kinds of cool equipment that you can make that balances out a lot of the powers and stuff. I mean, you can even throw lightning bolts. So, you build the Tesla gun and what have you. But there is no fast travel. There's nothing that replaces the teleport spell. Almost there. Almost. Get 'em, guys. Boom. Our party is so deadly. Okay, here we are. And let's see, while I'm here, we need to actually... Where are they? We're going to need another one. There we go. Starting to worry I'd picked them up and sold them or something, couldn't remember. His altar is down this way. Here we go. Okay, time to make an offering to Makal. There we go. And of course it's the Heartstones. Ta-da! Makal's blessing is +1 to dexterity. Now, in order to do like 15 out of the 16 and get all of them, you do have to double up on a couple because certain ones cancel out, sort of. Alright, so next, we've got to go back over here to the other side of the mountains. We need to go back to the Wheel Clan. There's several things we can do there, so no harm done. Some of these feed into each other if you do them in the proper order. Because, for example, the next god after Alberic, well, not the very next god, but one of the next gods after Alberic is Halcyon, the god of truth, whose offering is an olive tree branch. Well, the easiest place to get an olive branch is actually in the gardens of the Wheel Clan. Let's see here. Probably the fastest way, I think. Because we need to turn in this quest as well. Let's see, and he is... Yes, he's over this way. To tell everybody about the Iron Clan and the Durin Stone. It's not you. I think it's... Yes. Eric Obsidian over here, I believe.
Hello, Eric. Have you a moment? I found the Iron Clan. Here's the Durin Stone.
You have? My God, I never dreamed. I mean, they were real. The stone, it's beautiful. And what of the Iron Clan? What did you see? Oh, it's more than I ever hoped or dreamed. It seems they truly were advanced far beyond what anyone could have known. I so look forward to visiting the caverns of the Iron Clan and learning of their ways. Thank you, my friend. You have no idea the gift you've bestowed on us all. Alright, so... Lost the Durin Stone. Oh, we can sell these while we're here, actually. Let's see, I think we get a... Oh, no, we don't. I was thinking, so that quest is marked off. I thought we got a reputation for actually doing that, but no, apparently not. Let me double check.
How can I help you?
See, are you carrying it? Yes, okay, there we go. Nobody else has anything at the moment that we need. Okay, good. I just realized that wasn't in my inventory, and it's like, that's why we came here. Wait just a minute now. Okay, the inventor. Let us barter, sir. You have anything we can... You won't buy that. So that's okay. What we can do, however, is... Boop. There we go. So we now are an apprentice in repair. Lol. Okay, this guy should buy that other stuff. Oh, there's that featherweight axe, but we don't need it anymore. 124. Don't think we need anything else from him. Pretty sure. See what the herbalist has to sell us. We've learned just about all the schematics, too, I'm pretty certain. Okay. Oop. Always buy snake oil. I'm gonna get this red just in case that lemon is not sufficient later. Okay, I think we're otherwise... Oh, actually. You know what? Give me that. Because we can do this, and then we can do that. You love to see it. Okay, and here we go. Here's the olive branches. Can't remember if we need 2 of those. I don't think so. I think you only have to do Halcyon once. And we will have to come back here. And actually, if one of y'all will do me a favor real quick, because I think we only have one. I forgot to check our stash in Toronto. If you could, please look up and tell me where is the fastest and easiest place to get lava rock. Oh, almost forgot we didn't actually do our thing while we're here. That would have been bad. Because we have to come back. We have to do Alberic twice. And his thing is the lava rock. Let's see, I think his... Where is his altar? Black Mountain Clan? Okay. That makes sense. So I knew it was somewhere in the Eastern Mountains. Where is the altar of Alberic? My bad. Big dumb. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. It's like way over there to the west. Okay, since the Black Mountain Clan is like relatively close, don't let me walk past it. Help me remember. Because I don't want to go too far out of our way. Here we go. The altar to Alberic. Ta-da! The Dwarven God of Stone! Nice. And his blessing is +1 strength. We are powering up. In the dredge. Okay, I was thinking that you could get it here in the Wheel Clan. But I wasn't 100% sure. But if it's easier, like we'll just go to the Black Mountain Clan because I know we can find it there. Because I was thinking you can also find it maybe in the Pit of Fires. Maybe. And then let's see. I think I have to have... Yeah, okay. Alright, so the Black Mountain Clan is right over there. Wonderful. Because we need to go to Stillwater next. Remember Geshtiana, the human goddess of love? Her temple's in Stillwater. We went to one of her parties. Party time. And we need, there we go, passion root. Head over this way. And there's the passion root. Now we have the blessing of Geshtiana. And of course, hers is +1 beauty. In case you couldn't guess. Okay. Stop by the mountain clans. Now the next one is going to be a little bit more complicated. Slightly, but I'm going to see if we can do it in one go. Because we're already on this side of the mountains. So we killed everything in here, so it should be nothing to pick up some lava rock. So I know we didn't pick up like every piece that there was and then sell it. Oh, hey. You can give these to Raven. Y'all are going to pick all that crap up, aren't you? Oh, right, this is from all these kites and stuff that were in here. And we didn't, I didn't bother with their treasure. That should be, yeah, there we go. There's lava rock. Good. Let's get out of here. Yeah, do. back up to the surface. Go. Now, real
How may
quick,
I help you?
let me give you these. Really? 30 from all those piles? Huh, weird. Okay. Yep, let's see who picked up what junk. I knew I couldn't trust y'all. Not even for a moment. Virgil, did you get anything? No? Good, okay. Oops. There we go. Okay, now... let's head this way. Yeah, see, I was thinking the Pit of Fires, you could get lava rock as well, which may or may not be true, I don't know. I might have been thinking of the Black Mountain clans because I knew it was somewhere in these mountains. The Grey Walls. Okay, now... we need a block of stone. So you have to kind of trick one of the followers into picking it up. What is the easiest way? Let's see.
What is it that you want of me?
You take these. I don't know where I got them or why I have them, but I do not need them. And then let's see. You're tech-based, so you take a couple of those. And Magnus, you take a couple. Okay, and let's see. Logair, you hold this. I'm going to have him hold all of our offerings. Oops, not that. Just because I've got to make room. Because these rocks take up basically your whole inventory. I don't know if that's enough or not.
How can I help you?
There's no room. Still. Okay, sometimes they just pick stuff up of their own initiative, and sometimes you have to pick it up to, like, tell the game that you want it, I guess.
What is it you need?
Here, actually, okay, there's the black diamond. I forgot to give you that, and I guess you can go ahead and take that. And then, let's do this, that, put that over here, and that over there. I think this might be just enough room, maybe. There we go. Ha-ha! Oh, we have medium encumbrance. Ugh. Ugh, I'll just lug this giant stone around. Now we don't even need Sog. Imagine. Oh god, I would love to see art of that. Just Dr. Unni just running like across the countryside, just trotting do with her hands out stiff, holding this giant block of rock. Let's see. Can I get I have to go here. Oh. There we go. And then like this. Yeah, it's just hilariously too big. What if your strength was high enough that you could actually just, like, take those giant rocks and put them down here on your bar and use them as throwing weapons, like a grenade? Like, you just hurl this giant rock. And you've got to have master throwing training because, I mean, they're just so big and unwieldy. Oh my gosh, no one's going to give you any money. Oh my gosh. There. Because it's like, has a ridiculously low chance to hit and very short range, but anything it hits, it's a one-hit kill. Like the Disintegrate spell. Yeah, just smush your problems. Just smush them. Okay, oh, right. The temple's the building that actually looks like it's worth something. Here we go. So. Tell me about this temple. Right. All the gods were created by the All-Father. Right. Balance between gods was well maintained. No more, one religion was more powerful than another. We've heard this. Right. Okay, so. Questions. Can I make an offering? This is the thing that we did not talk to him about earlier. Can I make an offering to the god Halcyon? No, I'm sorry, but no one has made a true offering to Halcyon here in almost 200 years. Well, why not? Well, 2 centuries ago, there was an evil pirate named Stringy Pete. He was an absolute devil. There isn't an act of malice, debauchery, or irreverence that he didn't commit while he sailed the seas of Arcanum. And then one day he dropped anchor just west of here and found our small village. He and his men destroyed everything in town, pillaging what they wanted and burning the rest. When they found the temple, well, let's just say that the old pirate did things to our altar that need never be spoken of again. There hasn't been an offering made on that altar since. I see. Why don't you get a new altar? That's not quite as easy as you'd think. You see, there are rules pertaining to the making of altars. Well, what are they? Well, the important thing is that the stone comes from the ancient dwarven quarry of Torin. The way there is dangerous, and the quarry itself is overrun with monsters and all manner of evil. We're simple folk here. There's no one here who would survive the trip. I see. Perhaps I could be of assistance. Well, perhaps you might be able to do so. The stone you will need to retrieve will be large and heavy. Unless you're very strong, I recommend you try and find Murgo. He's a half-ogre who works around here and might be able to help you. I just happen to have a stone right here that might fit the bill. You have? Well, that's wonderful, and also very oddly specific. Here, let me take it. Oh, that's heavy. Oh, thank you so much. And may Halcyon always light your path and show you the truth that awaits us all. There we go. Ta-da. And now, we just insta-completed another quest. Okay. Excellent. So now, let's see.
What is it you need?
Give me an olive branch, please. Oh, it's got that weird texture thing going on. There we go. We have received Halcyon's blessing. And look, they all collapsed into one. You have completed the first circle, that of goodness. Therefore, you receive the blessing of Halcyon, God of Truth. Now see, so Halcyon kind of like replaces the others. See, they're gone. So, but you get 2 willpower, 2 perception. You get, here we go, a bonus to spot traps, and a bonus to heal. Okay. Alright, so next is an easy one. Go over here. We gotta go to Torg's altar. That's usually the first one you find because of where it is. It's out in the middle of nowhere, but if you were exploring in this game, like near Shrouded Hills, you're just crisscrossing back and forth, it's going to pop up. And I think the quote-unquote hitbox, as far as the world map is concerned, is fairly generous, too. Okay, here we go. So there's Torg's altar. Wait a minute.
What is it you need?
Well, I need this ruby. Received a blessing. The blessing of Torg. And Torg gives us +1 Constitution. Alright, so now it's Bolo's altar. Bolo's altar is like way up here somewhere, I think. Oh, no. Bolo's altar is down here. Okay, well, that's fine. So Bolo just needs a ring. Since we're here, we're going to stop by Shrouded Hills. Right. Okay, advance time to morning. And ironically, I have to do this because I sold all of these and I forgot I'm going to need 2 of them, so... that is highway robbery. Absolutely highway robbery. Let's see, do I have 2 of them? So, the ones that you have to do twice. Let's see. Means, of course, that you have to have 2 of that offering, whatever it is. You got anything good? Got anything worth our while? Let's see here. I foolishly sold all of this jewelry and forgot that we're actually going to need some of that. Okay, let me come over here. That's my bad. Did all that right at the beginning of the stream. It's just like, well, it's so fine. Don't even worry about it. Okay, do you have anything? Blade of unholy fire and stuff. Okay, let's advance time 1 day. What we actually need over here is... I'm gonna have to, like an idiot, I have to buy back 1 of these. Because we need 2 and we only have 1. Interested in trading, good sir? There we go. You gotta have 2 rings, 2 lava rocks, 2 heartstones, and 2 Nura coins. Those are the ones that you gotta double up on. Oh, by the way, check this out. As we have been doing some of these main story quests and things, we've got 8 fate points. You'll love to see it. Okay. Bolo's altar and Curlin's altar are the ones I always get confused. I don't know about always. It's the ones that I got confused just a second ago. Okay, let's go ahead. I wonder if the others are tired of following us around yet. Okay. Bolo's altar. There we go. It's a bit of a walk, but no problem. And around we go. I guess the kites must not talk to each other, because I really feel like word would have gotten around, but then again we thought that about the Malokian hand too, and they kept coming. But at least they had a reason. Like, there was a contract out, and they're an ancient order with some kind of, like a code of honor and all this stuff. Swore an oath to kill us. Alright, here we go. Bolo's altar. So Bolo is the halfling god of thieves. Oh, I forgot to introduce some of the others. So we've Terrell, the elven god of wisdom, of course. Makal is the Bedokon god of the hunt. Alberic, the dwarven god of stone. Gestiana, the human goddess of love. And then Halcyon, the elder god or greater god of truth. So now we have visited Torg, the ogre god of heart. This is Bolo, the halfling god of thieves. As you might guess, where is it? Here we go. He's going to give you bonus ranks in pickpockets and picklocks. Makes sense. Okay, now real quick, this is a short diversion, but I should have done this earlier and forgot about it. So, I'm going to do it now. That means I have to go back. Okay. This is especially funny considering it was such a big deal in the last stream that we went through this whole level. So we gotta go back to the catacombs under the first Panari Temple. But I also think, like, that's kind of why I forgot. It's because there was so much going on. Okay, I think maybe the better one is going to be this one. So we need to be on that side of the door. What? There we go. It's like, what are you doing? I could hear footsteps. It was the followers catching up with her. Like a whoopsie doodle. Here we go. Okay. This way. Ooh. And he was never seen again. Might be right here, might be the fastest way. So, rusty sword, we don't need that. We are looking for a bone dagger. Rusty sword. There it is. Okay. Awesome. Doctor, this way. Any bets on how much junk they picked up? All these rusty swords off the floor and stuff. There we go. Okay. Honestly, and I mean, listen, I hold back a lot of healing items, crafting components, stuff like that. I'm not gonna be the first one to say that they have a problem. But they have a problem. I think it's kind of neat that they programmed your AI companions to do that. And like, it's funny that it winds up being sort of silly sometimes. But I actually really quite like that your companions are programmed to just walk over, and if there's something on the floor that's worth taking, they take it. You know? Okay, let's see. We need to go this way. We're going to Curlin's altar next. God, that's a long walk. And this is one of the ones we have to do twice, too, so... See how many random encounters we get on the way. But hey, look, it's adding up. Between quests and blessings and, you know, all that stuff, we might very well level up one more time before the game is over. How dare you, first of all? It's okay. We have medical spiders. We have healing spiders. Have a big dose of spidery healing. Oh, that sounds terrible, actually. You know what? Let's just put that whole sentence, concept, and thought back in the box where it goes. There we go. Yeah, look at that. I think very much so. We're going to level up at least one more time. A howler. You can just say werewolf. Curlin is the gnomish god of gold. So that's why we have to have the Manura coins. Those are the traditional offering, I guess. I wish that the history of the Manura coins was explained a little bit better somewhere in the game, and it's entirely possible, even with me having played this game multiple times, that for all I know, some throwaway line of NPC dialogue somewhere that I've never seen just completely lays it out, and it's like, this is what they are, this is where they're from, this is why you find them all over the place. I don't know. If you know, feel free to share. Almost there. It would be such a shorter trip if there was anywhere that you could cross that river, but there's no bridge. So you have to go north and go around it every single time. That's the only way to go around it. There's no ford, no shallows, no land bridge, no actual bridge. It's like boo hiss. That's okay, we're almost there. Man, those things are like loud when they come on the screen in a group all at once. Big spike in game volume when that happens. Which hopefully is not as bad for y'all, since you're not wearing headphones. Presumably. You might be. But of course the game volume is much quieter as well for you, so. From the word go. That's one of the reasons why. Oh my gosh, we're almost there. See, one by itself is not that bad, but it's like when 3 of them all go off simultaneously. That is a heck of a noise. Kind of like with that too. Anytime something spawns in and it has a noise that accompanies its appearance, it's always worse when there's like a bunch of them. The noises stack. Really? Another one? We didn't go 2 feet. Wolf v. Wolf. Outside you there are 2 wolves. One of them is eating the other. And that one had some heft to it. See, it had quite a few hit points there. Alright, here we go, finally. Curlin's Altar. The Gnomish God of Gold. Boop. There we go. So, Curlin's Blessing, once again, as you might guess, is a bonus to Persuasion and also a bonus to Haggle. See? Kind of makes sense when you think about it. Okay.
What is it you need?
Oh, no. You keep that, actually. Need that. There we go. And yep, there we go. Picking up junk. And now, because there is... See, like, there's just no way across. You can't even come over here to the edge of the mountains. There's just no... There's nothing. So, we have to go all the way back around over here. But at least this time we only have to go through Hardin's Pass, which is... There's much less to do. Okay, here we go. Kree. The once great city destroyed by the Bane of Kree. One of the dudes that got banished to the void. I'm not mad about the random encounters that just, they do slow things down, but more levels is more better, so. Oh, how many gods do we have to go? So we have unique gods. There are 4 left, but we have to redo 4 of them, so 8 technically. Yes. Gotta catch them all. Gotta catch those blessings. Imagine a cleric or priest being like, telling God, catch these hands as they put them together to pray. Or saying that to your enemy. That would be a hard line in a D&D game. Said, what are you going to do about it, little priest? Are you going to pray? You can catch these hands. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely makes more sense for a monk. Because with a monk, it's like you can catch these hands, these feet. Just all of it, really. Have a headbutt. Okay. Whoop. It's just so abrupt. He just very gently reaches out and just poke. And this mountain lion explodes into giblets. It's wild to me that Sog is going before Raven. Like, he gets the first turn. Absolutely bonkers. Okay. We killed everyone here, so it should be safe to walk through. And here we go. Okay. So this is the altar of Shakar, the god of war, the orcish god of war. And that's why we needed this. Oh, wait a minute, actually. I need to... Normally there's a separate piece. There's a quest to steal that golden idol, I think you might remember. Oh, wait, wrong altar. My bad. There we go. So, we have received the blessing of Shakar. Shakar gives you +4 dodge and melee skill ranks, I think. Won't be able to tell our dodge, at least. Did we get all this stuff? Oh, okay, right, we just didn't need any of it. Okay. Now it's back across again. Phew. Way, way back. Here we go. Okay. Over here. And over here. And like this. And then like this. And like this. And the ancient ruins over here next to Roseboro, I think. Or no, wait a minute. Is it the ancient ruins or the ancient temple? Oh gosh, I'm so glad that I checked. No, it's just the ancient temple. That would have been a long walk for no reason. God, I'm glad I caught that. Imagine getting all the way over there and there's just nothing. I'm like, wait a second, what did I do wrong? It's like, oh no! Oh no. We have to go all the way back. Usually they're placed in kind of a pattern where it makes sense. Oh my gosh. These orcs. They never learn. Goodbye. I'm not even going to loot your corpses. Oh, listen, we are close enough that you should have seen what happened to those other guys. Ridiculous. Okay, here we go. Ancient temple. This one's underground. Should be right over here. Yep, here we go. Get those arrows on the way out. So this is the altar of the next greater god, Morindal, the god of shadows. And he wants a black diamond. It's what every Steven Universe wanted, but didn't get. So we've completed the second circle, that of evil. So we get the blessing of Morindal. Morindal's blessing is mostly thief skills. You get a big chunk of backstab, you get a bonus to prowling, and then also you get a bonus to melee. Did you pick up those arrows, Slogar? No. That would have been useful. So of course you picked up something else, probably the bow. Previously left all of those arrows because there wasn't reason to take them. Okay, here.
How may I help you?
Take those. How many does she have? Where did you even get that? Here, drop that. She's got 282. Good. It's almost enough arrows. The rest of you pick up any junk? Magnus, I can always count on you. What about you, Verge? Yup, okay. I mean, if you want to carry that, you're not weighed down, I guess. Okay, so now we have to go back. This is where we start doubling up. Really? Well, it's your funeral, quite literally. Oh my gosh. Oh, she actually went first that time. Who did I hit? Oh. Is that Logar? No, it was Magnus. Okay, well then it's fine. his reaction went up to, it was like 52 or something, and so we discovered the Iron Clan and finally told him who his heritage was and just, found out solved the mystery of his lost ancestors, and so now it's 60. I like Magnus's story, but he is one of my least favorite companions, actually, if I'm honest. I'm not a huge fan of Magnus. I like what he brings to the game, but personality-wise and mechanically, not his biggest fan. Okay, let's see. It's over. No, it's not. I did this before. Need to go over here, I believe. This looks more correct. Yes, okay. Up this way. And is it here? Yes. All right. I'm going to pray to Albric again. There we go. So you can see we have kept Halcyon's blessing. We've kept Murendal's blessing, but now we have Albric's. That's another +1 strength. Now we have to double back. We've got to go back north of the mountains. Next one is we have to redo McCall. So that means here. There we go. Like this. It's not a super long trip, but it is a lot of room for random encounters to happen, so we'll see what happens. But look, we're over halfway to the next level. That's pretty awesome. I wonder if we'll make it to level 60. Ooh. That would be nice. See, it's just a gentle poke and they just explode. Like from a shotgun blast. Oh my goodness. These packs of wolves are very close together. You'd think they'd be spread further apart. They all have a territory in which they hunt and defend, like, they're going to be overlapping there. Well. There we go. Almost there. Back to the lizard people. And you recall, too, that in the Bengalian Deeps, we threw that sword in the furnace. That will come up soon, along with the altar back in Voridon. So remember that those things happened. It's going to be relevant very soon. Alright, a Heartstone. I wonder what they think about the mechanical spiders. Oh no. Okay, McCall's blessing again. Okay, now this time it's not as bad. We have to do Curlin a second time, but we're already here. So I actually kind of like the way that they thought out the route you would have to take because of the location of the different altars. For the most part, it's like a pretty good circuit where each thing that you need, if you do it correctly, and you're doing the optimal order, then each one is kind of like close to the last one. Okay, so Curlin, of course, again, is a manure coin. There we go. Save that. Alright, now we actually do have another long walk. So this time, we're gonna go all the way here like this, and we've got to go back to Bolo's altar. This is where I really miss the teleport spell. You can understand why, even though a tech build is very attractive because there's a lot of interesting stuff to do, and a lot of variety as well. Like you can do a tech support build like we have done here, although it's the first time I've ever done it. You can do a pacifist tech build. You can do a tech throwing build, a tech tank melee build. You can do a tech trap build. You can do a minion build. You can do a gun build. So there's a lot of different ways to be a tech character. But the only thing you cannot replicate is there's no fast travel. The closest thing you have is the trains. And you can't ride the trains either if you have too many magical companions, like Raven is too magical to ride the trains, I think. You know, especially with Virgil and all of them, like it adds up. But they also just won't let you bring pets on the train, so that's the biggest price that you pay in exchange for picking up the worthless mutt. So if you've got the doggo, who is arguably the best companion, even though he adds nothing to the story, other than being a part of our story and living in our hearts. Yep, no train. And the train only goes between Ashbury and Toronto anyway, really. So. But with magic, you can just teleport everywhere. I'm gonna have to try, like, I'll probably do a casual playthrough at some point with this mod installed so that the level cap is removed, and see what that does to a magic playthrough. Because the biggest limit on a magic playthrough is you need willpower and intelligence in order to learn spells and maintain them, of course, and increase your fatigue. But if you do a pure magic build, you can save points on increasing all of your stats and things, and just dump them into spells, but you still only have so many points, which means you can only get so many spells. There's just not a way to have all of them, unless you remove the level cap. So you're usually limited to mastering like 2 colleges, because there's 5 spells in each. Sometimes 3, it depends on your build. If you just dump everything into spells, then of course you could theoretically master 10 colleges. But, like, nobody's really going to do that because you need to put points in your attribute scores and your skills as well. Things like melee and healing and stuff. Persuasion. Okay, have a ring. There we go. Blessing of Bolo. Wonderful. Phew. Okay, next to the last one. Can we get there from here? Here we go. Okay, goodness gracious. Let's just make it faster. Just kicked him completely over. Hilarious. The golden bears are just not special enough for me. I've been trained by video games that whenever you see a golden enemy, like, it's really special. It's like finding a shiny Pokemon. And they have some, like, really awesome drops or something like that. And no, it is just bear. It is merely bear. Nothing special. 'Tis but a bear. Okay, so the last one is here at the eastern end of Gorgoth Pass. There we go. This is Kaitan's altar, the god of balance, the last of the three greater gods, or elder gods. And, he
What is
wants
it you need?
something we don't have. Where is it? Where is it? Oh my god, I knew this was gonna happen. I knew this was gonna happen. How did this happen? How? I knew I needed one. How did this happen? Oh my god, okay. Really? Out of all of this, and that's somehow what I left behind. My eyes are not playing tricks on me.
What is it that you want of me?
Yup, I just don't have one anywhere in my inventory. For real. Wow. Okay, well, that's what happens. Sometimes you fuck up. And that's okay. We live, we learn. We move it along. In a way, I guess if I was going to screw up, at least this is the best place to have done it. Because it's very simple and it's a short jaunt around this way back to Shrouded Hills is the easiest thing to do. Foolishness. Foolish. Suffer through a few more random encounters here. And this also gives us a chance to offload that armor. Because we do not need it. Man, how many days has it been? How long have we traveled? It's really a good thing that Dr. Unni has been getting in her cardio. Hey, and it's even morning. Please buy this. Yes, good. Excellent. Do you have anything else that I need? I don't know why you would at this point, but the answer is no. Okay, good. I was in here, and I literally looked at his inventory and hovered my mouse over it, and then was like, no, because I have one. And apparently I fucking didn't. Apparently I didn't because I sold them all to him and I thought I kept one and I didn't. But that's alright. So yeah, for Kaitan's altar, you have to offer up a geode. Got anything? Got anything good? She's like, I've got a blade of unholy fire if you want it. Like, no, thank you. Like, we sold her that, but also, no. Okay, come on. It's just a short trip back around. There we go. I stopped right at the line, apparently. This also means, too, that, like, if we come into Gorgoth's Pass from this way, we are, like, actually closer to the altar. So it's easy to just go around the bend. And in fact, I think I just noticed, I think we could get there from this side, because Shrouded Hills is, like, on a bridge. it's covered up by so much stuff that I didn't think of that. But actually, we don't have to go all the way around. I think we could just go straight there. Well, that's useful if we have to do it again. Plus, I may be wrong, but I think that's correct. Man, he just took a bear out with one shot. 2 swings, 2 bears. Incredible. Saga's such a good companion. Okay. Ah. You did not start me out at the opposite end. It did. Why did it do that? Well, that's alright. No big deal. Still a short walk. Through a quiet level, so... It would be different if the monsters respawned or if we hadn't already depopulated it in the first place. But here we go. Alright. Phew. There. Blessing of Khitan. I would buy him a drink to hear this, yes. So there, we have completed the 3rd circle, that of neutrality. Therefore, we receive the blessing of Khitan, goddess of balance. Ta-da! Phew. It's a lot of work and a lot of walking, man.
Excellent!
Oh, and Khitan's blessing, by the way, I should show you, is +1 beauty, +1 charisma, and a bonus to our bow skill. Okay. Alright, and we are right on the cusp of a level, so we really are, we're going to hit level 57 for sure. By the time all of this is done, we will very likely be level 58 at least. I'm hoping we might hit 60, but I don't know. Without grinding, we might not. Okay. Phew. Alright, so, what do we need to do now? We need to go to the island of Thanatos, remember? That is supposedly where Nazardin is at. Well, we know a captain who can take us there. Our old friend Edward Teach, legally distinct, parentheses, legally distinct. So we'll head over to Ashbury. And y'all know that I've been watching our money down here for quite some time, and it's gone up and down a lot as we have found some good stuff occasionally in the shops and purchased it, and then sold things and then had to buy them back, and whatever else. Phew. This is where that's going to come in to play. No! Oh my gosh. They saw what happened. Said, nah, fam, actually. That's not where it's at. But yeah, this is the part of the game where it matters how much money you have. Almost there. Whew. Alright, great. And here we are, back in Ashbury. Okay, over here. Let's go find him. Ah, but wait. Where is he? He's not here. Right? And you know what? Just out of spite, Move y'all. There we go. Just out of spite. There, now we have it.
What is it that you want of me?
Take that, please. Dock worker, can you help me book passage aboard a ship? Says go find the captain. Here's a captain. That's not Edward Teach, though. Oh, here, I guess I should show you this, just since it's easy to do. Because I know what's going to happen, but some of you may not. I'd like passage to Thanatos.
Thanatos? You'll not find anyone fool enough to take you to that destination round here. Try Blackroot, that place is full of desperate fools.
Okay, can I book passage somewhere else, then? They'll take us to Half Ogre Island, but not Thanatos, right? Okay, so... And also... I forgot, we did not pick up that elite plate mail in Caledon during the negotiations quest. That's alright, we don't really need it. Okay, so, he's not here. Let's see, find spectacles. Okay. We are half-elf villager. Half-orc villager. Hey, bartender. Got anything to say? Ah, yes, a ruin made of solid gold. We've found it. Zombies around the graveyard. Kendrick wails around Ashbury. He's writing a book. Yeah, he's dead now. Talking about Geoffrey Terrelon to Ash. Ancient shipwreck. We know where that is. Theo Brightstart. Never met another man who can throw as well as he. That's the expert throwing trainer that's here. William Thorndop. Quite a strange one. Must be a bit daft to do what he's done to himself. Don't know what I had, but I don't know what he found, but I heard him mention these coordinates. That's very on the nose. Here we go. If you're in need of a skilled sea captain, Edward Teach is the one to see. Indeed. But where is Edward? Yes, that was me. And look here. Oh, this is the first time this has happened. You should be more careful about who you tell such things to, madam. He pulls back his collar, showing you the amulet of the Malokian hand. We shall bother you no more, but others might not be as understanding. Indeed. Perhaps you're interested in a game of wits. I'll bet you 500 coins you don't know the answer to a question I have. What do you say? Sure. Where is H.T. Parnell's Emporium of Wonders? That's in Toronto. Right, nicely done. Here's your money. There's Theodore. He's not here. That's fine. Just sploosh across real quick here. That would be awesome, actually. I would love that. Got anything good? Small shadowing robes, a sword of air. Nothing. Okay. So, he is not there. It said try Blackroot, right? Let's do that. Let's do that. Oh my gosh, I am not giving you any money. Swear. She shoots so fast, it's so funny. I love it. back the way we came. Edward Teach, of course. You go look for him in Ashbury because that's where he was before, right? Gil Bates sent you over there to talk to him because that way he would take you to the Isle of Despair, the penal colony. But now he's not there, and they said go to Blackroot. Well, let's see what's happened. They send you to Blackroot for a reason, to give you options. Alright. This way. The captain's quarters. General store. Anything good? Nothing we need. It's fine. Right here, the Sour Barnacle. Now this is where we need to be. So, an ogre destroyer. Human bandit. Hello. This is the gambling master, maybe, I think? The swarthy gentleman looks at you with an air of disdain while juggling a pair of dice in his left hand. Yes, what is it you want of me? I don't know. Who are you? I'm the king of the dice, Captain Killian Drake, missy. Ask old Teach over there if you want verification of my prowess. I will do that. Good day. So yeah, speak with Edward Teach. If we want verification of how good he is, you say. There's Edward Teach. Well, well, if it isn't me old friend. Friendly face is what I be needing to see, lassie. The seas have been dark since last we sailed. Well, I'm in need of a boat to the island of Thanatos. I really wish I could help you, lassie, but I no longer have the shadow. I've been spending most of me time staring at the bottom of an ale mug. What happened, Captain? I lost me boat, lassie. Got too drunk one night and found myself a-gambling with Killian Drake, an old sea captain who knows his way around a dice game. He played me, lassie. Played me a fool, and I lost me boat. Where is this Drake? We know he's right there. Do you think he cheated? Oh, I don't know if an old Drake's a cheat. He's just lucky. About the luckiest old sea dog I ever did meet. I can't be calling a man a cheat just because the dice landed his way. Well, maybe I could help. And I may need to call on that favor. It's mighty nice of you, lassie. And if there's anything I can do for you, old Teach will do it. Thank you. I need to get to the island of Thanatos. Thanatos? That's even crazier than wanting to go to the Isle of Despair. But I'm figuring it's important, and I know it's the way Mr. Bates would want it. I suppose there's a couple of ways you might get there. One, you could buy a boat from the shipbuilder here in Blackroot, which ain't cheap. So there we go. Option 1, we can purchase our own ship. It is 50,000 gold. That's why I've been keeping an eye on our money. And what are my other options? I might be able to get a dice game with old Drake, but he's no rubber leg when it comes to the dice. He's lucky, and he plays for big stakes. I wouldn't be a-tossing with him unless you feel real lucky yourself, and he won't be playing with just anyone. Old Drake knows a gambler when he sees one. So if we win back his boat, he will take us to Thanatos, but we have to have a really high gambling skill, or he won't even play with us. Alright, so we don't have 50,000 gold. We're not an expert gambler. What's our other solution? Well, I'm a little leery of even mentioning it. It's not something I even like to think about, much less bail out of me blowhole, but you seem to need some help, and I owe you one. I'd really appreciate any help you might be able to give. Did I ever tell you the story of how I came to own the shadow? No, actually, you wouldn't tell me of it before. Well, that was before all we've been through. Would you like to hear it now? Surely.
Of course I will. Well, missy, by the time I could start growing a beard, I'd sailed from one end of this land to the other, from the southern shores of Weepin' Maidens to the northern ice-choked waters of the Jailer's Hump. Ain't nothing of the sea I hadn't seen, and most of it twice. At the time, I was running ale at a Caledon for a mean and crusty old captain who went by the name of Jack Skellybones, half pirate and half devil, with the mouth of a blue-gilled she-demon and the breath to match. Jack used to drink so much that we'd pray for tailwinds. If the journey'd take too long, he'd start drinking the prophets.
Sounds like quite a character.
That'd be the truth, lassie. Old Jack would fight ye if he thought ye breathed on him wrong. He had more scars on his face than most men had all over, and he could tell you the story from each one, and never were they the same. He was a hard man, but fair to his crew, and he loved the sea, lassie, almost as much as he loved his boat, the Shadow.
Interesting. What happened to him, Captain?
Well, one night we was all drinking in the Sour Barnacle here, and old Jack got real drunk and started in with his stories. And as the night got on, the tales got taller, and we laughed harder, and we were all having a grand old time. But Jack had one too many. Started saying as to how he was the greatest pirate on the seas of Arcanum, and how if there was anyone who thought they were crustier, then he'd have something to say about it.
And what happened then?
He started a spittin' and a hollerin', and then after upending every table in the place, said he was the greatest pirate who had ever lived. Tougher than Ruby Dirk, and Black Sam Bellaby, and even meaner than Stringy Pete himself.
Stringy Pete? Who's he?
I don't talk much about him. I'll just say that Stringy Pete was the meanest, most cold-blooded, murdering pirate who ever put to sail, and be done with it. There are stories and legends, and most of them are true. He's been dead for more than 200 years, and people still whisper his name when they talk about him.
I see. And what of Jack Skellybones?
Well, after he said that, no one much felt like drinking after, and we put old Jack to bed. You see, a pirate's mean, but he knows what to be joking about and blustering about, and a calling out to the ghost of Stringy Pete ain't one of 'em.
And so?
Well, a week or so later we were out to sea. It was the new moon, so it was dark, and a strange westerly had appeared and brought in a bank of low clouds thick as lamb stew. Then we saw the other ship, just resting off the starboard, silent as death, and as still as if she was anchored, her sails tattered, her timbers rotted. Then we heard the screams. We found old Jack in his cabin, with 2 daggers in him, one for each eye, and the sign of the evil eye carved into his chest, the very sign old Stringy Pete used to leave on his victims. We ran out to see who was on the other boat, but it was gone, taking the clouds and the westerly with it.
That's rather frightening.
Being first mate, I took command and ownership of the Shadow. Never seen that other boat since, and I hope I never do.
I see. But what does this have to do with getting to Thanatos?
I'm saying I seen his boat, and I know it to be real. If you could get his boat without getting yourself run through by his ghost, you'd have yourself a hell of a ship.
It seems a little flimsy. How do you find a ghost pirate's boat?
Years ago, I found a secret cove, and there on the beach was an unmarked grave, unmarked except for the sign of the evil eye, which is the sign Stringy Pete used to carve on his victims, as I said. I got out of there fast without even looking for treasure. That could have been the place where he was buried, and if it was, it said most spirits return to their graves.
Well, at the very least, I might find some clues.
Yes, lassie, I agree. Here, I'll mark your map with the location of the cove. Looks like you have a few options. Buying your own? Gambling for mine back? Or looking for Stringy Pete? I don't like any of them, but good luck. Thanks, Captain. Phew. Okay, so that's a lot, right? We could purchase a boat. We're only 9,000 short. We could make that easy, no problem. We've certainly had more than that before. It's going to be very difficult to win Teach's ship back for him to get to reclaim the shadow. Our gambling skill is not the greatest. Because it's over here. See, we have no ranks in this. Which means I literally don't think it's possible to win. So we're going to take the route that has the most story power behind it. We're going to go to Stringy Pete's Cove. Because of course, like, if you can treat with an evil spirit and win possession of your very own ghost ship, why would you not do that? Like, you have to, right? You have to. You gotta. That's the way to go. You must. You simply must. And remember what I said earlier about a couple of things, right? Fix the altar in Voradin. That was one of them. These dogs getting in our way. Come on now. Thank you, Sog. Do. Right down here. Look at this. A moldy boat. That takes us over here to this unmarked grave on this little island. And look here. There's the grave. There's the ship. And there is the man himself. Stringy Pete. And look, he's level 50 too. You are not meant to screw with Stringy Pete. That would be really funny, actually. I wish you could. You see a spirit dressed in front of you. It is a skeleton dressed in tattered rags and a large black hat wielding an evil-looking saber. Its eyes glow with an unholy light. Arr, who be treading upon me grave? Who be trying to get their hands on me treasure? Prepare to die, you land-loving goat buggerer. No one sees the evil eye, old Stringy Pete, and lives. That would be me desecrating your pathetic remains. I love this. Maybe I'd better go. I caught you at a bad time. Wait. I'm not here to take anything. I just want to talk. Talk? What would a rubber-legged bilgefish like you want to be a-talking about with a ghost of Stringy Pete? I've been a-sailing the seas of Arcanum for more'n 200 years, and I drink blood ale and gnaw on the bones of priests and maidens. I not be a-looking to talk. Please, I just need a moment to explain. Explain? What you be needin' to explain, lassie? You be digging around me bones and looking for me treasure. To a pirate, that'd be worse than a-finding you baiting your hook with me wife. Look, I'm only here because I need your boat. Me boat? I cared for me wife less than this boat. Why in the name of all that's unholy would I give you me ship? You're speaking gibberish, and I had more'n an earful of it. A soul as tormented as me own has got little patience for the blubberings of the living. Tormented? Don't you enjoy being a bloodthirsty pirate ghost? Sounds cool.
Enjoy it. The ghost seems a little surprised at the question, the fire in its eyes dimming a little. Are you daft, missy? I was the crustiest, meanest, most bloodthirsty pirate who ever lived, and none of what I did when I was alive compares to the things I've seen dead.
I don't understand. You don't want to be here?
No, but I've got no choice. I was cursed, lassie. Cursed from the day I died to sail the seas forever, a-haunting those souls who be taking my name in vain, to strike terror in the pure heart, to be given little ones nightmares.
Cursed by whom?
I cursed myself. I spilled the blood of innocents, desecrated holy places. And the worst thing I ever did, I broke a pirate's blood oath. Even without the first two, I deserve what I got because of the last. I shouldn't even call myself a pirate after the things I did.
And what sort of things have you seen?
I see all the souls of the dead who walk this world, and I see the souls of all me victims, and they torment me as I still be a tormenting the living, and it be their pain I feel every day and every night on these glassy seas, and their dead eyes that be staring out at me from the murky depths.
Is there any way to break this curse?
Break the curse? Why would you want to do that, lassie? Why would one such as ye want to be helping the evil ghost of old Stringy Pete?
Your boat, Captain. I need it.
Blah, 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 telling the story. That be quite a story, and one I'd not be inclined to believe when I was flesh and blood. But shatter me squid speak if and I haven't seen stranger things since. Perhaps there is something we might do here.
Any help you might have would be greatly appreciated, Captain.
Well, I can't be giving up this boat on account of the curse. It be me fate to sail these old timbers until the end of time. But I know a way we might break that curse if you'd be willing to do a little legwork.
I might? And what needs to be done?
There be 3 things, if my suspicions are correct. 3 wrongs to right, and the curse will be broken.
Tell me of them.
The first be an easy task. I told you I killed many an innocent in me time, and a good and pure man by the name of Jonas Williamson. Killed him for the silver buckles on his boots, but mostly for the sport of it. I laughed while he bled into the gutter, crying out to me that I spare his family.
That's pretty vicious, Pete. How do you make that right?
Well, his family, they fell on hard times without him, and the Williamsons been poor ever since. You'll need to dig up my treasure, including those silver buckles, and give it to whoever is left of the Williamsons. My treasure's buried a little west of here.
We actually know where the Williamsons are. Their homestead is already on our map. It's just north of Ashbury on the way to the ancient shipwreck. That is the only part of the Stringy Peak quest in terms of actual important locations other than Voradin that you can find without being at this point in the game, and then Teach has to tell you where the cove is so that you can actually come meet him. Where are the Williamsons?
I'll show ye. I know they still live there. I've sailed by there in the year since I died. It'd not be a nice place. Don't be thinking you can keep some of the treasure for yourself. These curses, they be old and smart, and if you be trying to cheat 'em, I'm still going to be sailing these seas, and then I'm going to be coming after ye. Savvy that, lassie?
Of course. And the other tasks?
The second task, that might be a little more complicated.
There be a temple in the hills just off the Gulf of Morbahan in a little town called Furidin. And many years ago I was a pillage in the surrounding countryside and broke into the place, stole some holy relics, desecrated their sacred altar, and sure enough, those old monks threw a curse on me. They didn't care about the holy relics, but I be thinking they might have got their ropes in a bundle over the altar. You see, I spilled some wine and ale all over it, and I might have even relieved myself on it. It had been a long night, you know.
I can see where they might have a problem with that.
Yeah, they weren't a-singing hymns when we left. Anyways, that altar of theirs, I think it needs to be replaced. You'll have to talk with the monks there to find out what needs to be done, savvy?
Actually, I've already done that.
You have? Looks like the stars are shining down on this old evil pirate for once, lassie. That's one less thing you need to do. The last task will be the most difficult. You see, as I was getting on in years, there was nothing I hadn't done, and nowhere I hadn't sailed, no treasure I hadn't laid me hands on. There was only one thing I wanted, and I wasn't even sure if it existed, and I made it me business to find out. 'Twas the Bangelian Scourge.
The Bangelian Scourge?
It's the most evil piece of weaponry ever wielded by any soul in the land of Arcanum. Legend says it was forged in the blood fires of the Bangelian deeps, and that virgins and children were thrown into the fire to keep it stoked.
That's horrible.
Horrible, don't even come close. It also be said that the Bane of Krieg cut down a whole battalion of elven warriors with it before he was banished, and that Lorik wielded it during the Dwarven clan wars, and that any but the most evil of people die at the mere sight of it.
Sounds like an evil blade.
Yes, missy, and an evil blade it be. I wanted it more than anything in all of Arcanum, and I planned on getting me hands on it. At the time, I had me a crew of 7 of the most black-hearted and soulless pirates. They all agreed it was a fine piece of treasure to go after, and we took a pirate's blood oath to stand by one another's share in the treasure. And so we searched Arcanum for it, and found it one day we did, in the swamps of the Dark Fens, down in the Bangelian deeps. It had been buried there for centuries. A beautiful sight. Its blade as black as onyx, and carved in ancient rune work. And I held it in me hands, and it called to me.
What did you do?
We all did nothing, lassie. That night, when everyone was asleep, that cursed blade twisted my mind and told me that my crew was mutinous and looking to get rid of me. So I killed them all in their sleep, missy. Cut all their throats from ear to ear. When I woke in the morning and seen what I done, I threw the blade down and ran right out of there.
And the Bangelian Scourge?
It still lies there as far as I know, among the murdered bones of me crew. You must destroy that evil blade. At the bottom of the cave that we found it in is a great furnace. Toss it in there and let the world be done with it.
Oh, I've already done that. We did that a couple or 3 streams ago, remember? So, is there anything else?
That's all, lassie. Will you help me? If you do these things, I give you me word as a pirate that I'll give you me ship. She's old, but there's not a better vessel that ever sailed Arcanum seas.
I'll do it.
I wish you luck on your quest, lassie. If you finish that last task, then return here. I'll give you me boat, and me thanks.
So there we go. Hysterically, we have already destroyed the Bangelian Scourge by throwing it into the furnace. And we have restored the altar as part of the Old Gods quest. So now, all we have to do is this right here. Gotta go through these kites to get to it, but
Very nice.
It's always so funny to me when you have like these really complicated multi-step endgame quests, and they're like, you have to do this thing and this other thing that'll be really difficult to do, and you're just like, oh no, I did that already. It's fine, actually. Let's see. Lesser Galrath, Greater Galrath. Haha. Here's that level. There's a bunch of these around here. They're worth a decent amount, so. Alright. Just want to get through this quickly. Okay. Another Galrath. Over here. Come on. Yep, ba da dee do da da dee da dee da do. So, oh, we got a spider moving like way over there. Bear time. Haha, you failed. Failed. And now you shall perish. Okay. Skull Crusher. Good dunked on. Where is... Oh. It's over here fighting our nurses. I see. Oh no! What? No! Has a scroll of medical spider heal. No! No, no, no! Now wait just a second. We can't be having with any of that. Imagine. Imagine. I'll have to do all of this. Right. Other tasks. Horrible. Evil Blade. Right. We already did that. Okay. Excellent. Good. I was wondering why we were like locked into combat mode. That's why. It's because our spiders were so slow that they aggroed that monster and were fighting without us.
Let the blood flow.
Oh, that's the first time we've heard Loghaire say that.
By your abilities, let the blood flow.
There we go. Hello. I don't know, this thing doesn't seem that tough to me. We'll take this side. You take the other flank. There we go. Self-defense. Goodbye. There. Just a couple more.
Good show! Perhaps they'll think twice before attacking us again, eh?
It's been a while since we heard Virgil, too, and his line has changed now that we've gone through his, like, personality shift. Completed his companion quest line, so to speak. Alright, there we go. Now. Oh, no, we need a shovel. Okay, wait a second. Level 57. Let's put a rank in. Repair. Vitalizer. Say, let's go ahead and do the hallucinite, I think. Oh my gosh, do we really not have a shovel? We did have one. That's okay. We can go grab one really quickly. Because I'm pretty sure we still have, what's his name's shovel? The dwarf. Should be in our stash, so we can get it very quickly. I should have thought ahead for that one. I forgot you needed a shovel. A shovel, shovel. Go. There we go. Oh, we'll put that there. Right, we need that. Everything else. Okay, we're good. Don't need that anymore. Close enough. Yeah, well, he'd probably be strong enough at least. Okay. Back to the boil. I'm sure Sog would be capable of digging with his bare hands. There's just unfortunately no command for it. Can't order him to do so. It's alright then, we'll just step back down here real quick. No harm done. I won't tell if you won't. Oh man, if the dog could, that would be wonderful. Just like a totally random thing, like it just, if you have the dog you don't need a shovel because it stands in for the shovel. Like, that's so situational, it's only going to come up 2 or 3 times in the whole game, but, like, secret benefit of dog. Okay, let me do this. There. All that. It's okay. You know what, though? Sog can hang on to this in case we need it again. We shouldn't, but that way we've got it. Heap of stones. Silver boot buckles. String of Pete's treasure. Alright. And they are... Oh, here we go. I think I said it was north of Ashbury. It's actually a little south of Ashbury. My bad. Ashbury's a little more than halfway from the homestead to the ancient shipwreck. We're stuck on spiders. We got too many spiders. Oh, well, that'll teach them. Over here, come on. Going to visit the Williamsons. This has been on our map for ages, ever since we first came over here to this side of Arcanum, but we've never been here. Yes, if possible. We definitely want to do that. So we got 2 medical ones and a poison one, so that's plenty enough to do so. Hello, NPCs. Where are you located? Down this way? Might be out. Let me do this. I think they might have actually been... There we go. They were in bed. Hello, sir. Molly's the one you want to speak to. Right.
Good day to you, madam. Might I ask who you are, madam? My name's Molly Williamson, ma'am. A pleasure, Molly. Do you have a moment to speak? Sure, what do you need to know? What are you doing out here, Molly? Well, ma'am, it's cheap living out here in the middle of nowhere. We eat what we pull out of the ocean, make all our own clothes, and beyond that we don't need a whole lot. The Williamson clan ain't never had a whole lot of money, and not since what happened to my great-granddaddy Jonas, anyhow. Actually, that's why I'm here. What are you talking about? I know this sounds strange, but...
Exposition.
Well, I'll be. I heard strange tales, and then I heard strange tales. But yours takes the cake, man. To think the ghost of that old pirate wants to make good for what he done almost 200 years ago. Yes, it is a bit unbelievable. So you brought me that old treasure and the buckles? Yes. Well, thank you. I suppose old Stringy Pete ain't such a bad bugger after all. Goodbye, madam.
No, he's still terrible. Absolutely, but there we go. Okay, and then we'll just jump back down here real quick. And this is where we're going to end the stream, which means that the next episode of Arcanum will be the last. Next Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, which is New York and Miami time here in the US, we will be finishing Arcanum. Which is, as always, bittersweet. It's a game that I love, and when I have a really fun playthrough, it's always like kind of sad to leave it behind, but we must in order to go on to the next game. Yeah, I've had a lot of fun with this run. I'm glad that y'all have as well. I've had a lot of fun with this build that I've never done before. And just showing it off. I hope that some of you who maybe have been watching and following along, if you've never played it, you'll give it a try. It's definitely worth it.
So you've returned, lassie. Have you decided to help me get rid of this bloody curse? Already done. That'd be amazing, lassie. I never thought you'd be able to do it. Never thought that someday I'd be free from this bloody curse. Thank you, from the bottom of my pirate heart. It was nothing, Pete. Literally. Now, about that boat. Yes, of course, lassie. She's all yours. Feel free to take her wherever you want. I'll not be needing her where I be a-going. Thank you, Pete. And good luck to you.
Ascend! There we go. That's it, folks. So, on the next and final episode of Arcanum, we set sail for the island of Thanatos. Soon it will be over, all will be revealed, and it's going to be a lot, because there's a lot of different endings to Arcanum. That's one of the things that makes it so replayable. There's like a lot of endings. So, this one, I think, is going to be a lot of fun. I think we've probably gotten... I think we've unlocked all the best endings, so you'll get, like, the big one. Yes, you can fight Stringy Pete, but he is tough. So, alright, well, I'll be back Monday with Specific Pixel. We'll be playing Baroque, which might be the last episode of that one as well, possibly. Might be finishing it up if everything goes well. Thursday, I'll be back with more of our Pokemon Crystal Challenge run, where I'm only allowed to use Pokemon that do not have any evolutions. I know that one's winding down. I don't know how much longer we'll be at it. We'll see. And then Saturday we will finish Arcanum, and the following Monday, which is the 17th, I'll have more Wasteland 2 for y'all. So, grateful for the privilege of your time tonight. Thank you for spending this time with me and with Dr. B. Unni Esquire. There's only a little further to go, so hopefully I'll see y'all at the end of the line. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, comment, and all that other stuff. Jump over to our Patreon and pledge there if you'd like. We've got a new pledge tier. We've got YouTube channel memberships have just opened up and are now available with some perks that are different from the Patreon. So it's a good reason to be in both places if you are of mind. Regardless, we thank you for all of your support, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, as always, Thanks for playing.